Good morning, sir.
Very good morning, all of you. How are you all?
Fine, sir.
Fine, sir.
What about others?
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Very good morning. All of you unmute your videos.
Today you are in school, sir.
Unmute your video.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, very good morning, all of you. First, dear students, we were discussing about just summarize the lesson what you have done in the previous class.
Sir, that
Can any one of you?
sir, the students
Shweta,
and teachers.
Srinivas, Tejaswini, Shashankvi, Rajvelu, Priyadarshini, Nisha, and Ganesh Prasad, Chinmaya, Balaji, Amruta. Unmute your videos, or else I'm going to remove you. Yes, Akhilesh. Except Akhilesh, can anyone? Except Akhilesh.
Sir, yesterday, sir,
Yes.
I will tell, sir.
Yes, Trupita.
Sir, yesterday that students, they went for kitchen and they saw there were no, they were searching, they opened the cupboard, there is no things, it is empty, and they were talking that where they will keep that utensils. it may be in sink. They are talking like that. Again, they opened. Hmm, uh, sir,
That fridge.
sir, the fridge they opened there also. It was not there. It was empty, and fridge was not on. Also, the light is also not there. So they were thinking that it is um um uh,
Working or not.
sir, these peoples are these peoples are oh, these peoples are strangers. They are thinking that, sir. So um that Mrs. Brown, she came, and she was the cupboard was partly open. She saw that, and they told and she told that who opened the cupboard. So when Don said, not me, it's Wayne, he said. So Wayne said that for he said that some simply I opened what is there, he said. So she was um, diverting their minds, and she's telling, uh, can you drink something? Shall I bring orange juice? So all the students said okay, and she went. Then again they were thinking, these are not peoples, they are strangers. This is if we said anything, the police will caught them. They were thinking like that. And she said that, don't disturb the cupboard, leave it alone, she said, the Mrs. Brown said. And the students were thinking that there is something in the cupboard. There is something in the cupboard. They were thinking, students were
Excuse me,
thinking like that.
Yes. Very good. You
sir.
continue.
Someone kicked me out.
Someone.
Sir, someone just now kicked me out, sir.
I didn't get you actually.
Sir, someone kicked me out from the meeting, sir.
Next, any others? Would you want to summarize the lesson? Okay, let's come to the lesson now. Yes, as you said, you Drupita. Yes, the students are there in the kitchen now, and they started to search all over the kitchen, and just they are finding whether the kitchen stuffs are there or not. And when they started to search over the kitchen and the cupboard and the fridge, so they found nothing. So that is why. So just they thought they thought for a while that they are strange, and their physical appearance is strange, and they are not uh, looking like the human beings. So when they thought like this, yes, actually there is a fellow, his name is Tracy. So first, sorry, the Glenn, he only found that they are strangers, and they don't have the high balls like what the normal human beings have. And also they found something around. She had 7 fingers on her both hands. Yes, when they found all these, then just they were searching about the other things, whether they have placed some anything in that another cupboard. Yes, they started search in that other cupboard also. So then what did they find there? Let's see. Yes, the page number 50 here, sorry, page number 48. Here, he opens the cupboard door. Behind it are dials, digital readouts, colored lights, and a mass of other electronic equipment. Yes, actually, in the previous, there we have found that the way he started to search in that cupboard. So he only now opened that cupboard, and finally he found some equipments in that. So what did he find? So let's hear some dials and digital readouts and color lights and a mass of other electronic equipments. So which are almost looking similar to the computer equipments and also as well as to the spaceship equipments. So when they found all these, then they started to talk each other about all this. What are they and what are they going to use for? So this is how they started to think over it. So Glenn, what on earth is all the doing there? Is it some kind of computer? Those things are they figures or words, some kind of foreign language? Look at all those slides. Yes, when they started to talk about all these equipments, so just they are sharing their knowledge. So that is how about this what they have found in that cupboard. Yes, what are they going to do on this earth with using all these equipments? Just they're asking each other, yes, is it some kind of computer? Yes, so whether the equipments which are there in that cupboard, so are they going to use in that computer, or those things are their figures or words? Yes, so whether they are some figures or words, some kind of foreign language. Yes, so they found that, so the language which is used on the equipments, so that is not like what we speak, are the languages which are we are using. So this is not similar to that language. So that is why they said that this is the foreign language. And look at all those lights. Yes, so now they are thinking about that light. Yes, Don, it is real space age stuff. Glenn, what could it be for? When spying. Glenn, you think so? Carol, close the door. Someone is coming. Yes, when they started to talk about all these equipments which are kept in that cupboard, so now they're sharing their knowledge about these equipments. So someone said that this is not our language, this is the foreign language, and also the equipments which are there, so they are using in the computer or in the space stuff. So now Dan, he said that this might be belongs to the shape shift. And also Glenn, he said that what could it be for? Yes, with using all these equipments, what are they going to do? When he said that spying, so they may be going to search them something or discover something. Okay, so when he said all this, so maybe someone is entering. So for that, Carol, so now he's instructed all of them, close the door, someone is coming. Yes, so someone is entering to that kitchen. So that's why Carol said this. They close the door, but it doesn't quite shut. Pate comes back in. Yes, actually, Pate, he went to see all the teachers once, right? Yes, in the previous paragraph, we have seen that he went by himself only to see whether the teachers are aware or not and whether they are talking each other or not. So just to see once, he went to the sitting room. So now he is returning back to the kitchen. So afterwards, Pate, I think we need help. Yes, when he returned back to the kitchen, just he announced that we need help. Yes, they are in the need of help. For why? Yes, right from here onwards, the story will be too interested. Okay, dear students, you have to listen carefully. And Carol, what did Mr. Hunt say? Yes, now Carol who is asking about the teacher of him. So Hunt, Mr. Hunt is the teacher. Now is asking about him. What did Mr. Hunt say? Yes, whether Mr. Hunt say something or not. Nothing, he couldn't. When couldn't? I went quietly. I was a bit scared. The door of the other room was partly open. I saw Mr. Hunt first sitting there, not moving, staring at nothing. Yes, when Carol asked about Mr. Hunt, Pat said that no, he couldn't speak anything. Just he was sitting over there and looking at something or staring at something, and he was not moving at all. That means he lost his conscious. He might be unconscious over there. So that is why he was not speaking any word at all. And he was just quite sit and not moving. So when he said this, Glenn, you mean he was thinking about something? He was tired. Yes, maybe if he is not moving or staring at something, that is the sign of the person one who is thinking about something also. So that is why he said that maybe he is thinking about something, right? So that is also a good one. So when he said all these, so now Pat, he replied to him, no, I do not. He was drugged. Miss Van and Mrs. Jones are the same. I crept a bit closer. Then I could see them too. They were sitting there, blank, as if they would be turned to stone. Yes, when Glenn asked about Mr. Hunt, so whether he was thinking about something or not, he might be sitting quietly, no? So that is why when he asked about Mr. Hunt, so no, that means he was not thinking about something. Yes, maybe he was drugged. That means you are going to make someone unconscious with giving some chemicals or using some medicines. So we can make others unconscious. So this is what have done for Mr. Hunt now. So Mr. Hunt was unconscious. So that is why he was not moving from there and he was just staring at something. So just he told it. Yes, just you have to observe how Pet was thinking about Mr. Hunt and his assume was actually right. Right? Yes, so this is how the many ways of thinking. Yes, if even though he was the teacher, Mr. Hunt was the teacher, yes, but he was failed in assuming all these things. But Pate, he was the student, but just he was taught for a while that, and yes, they were in danger and they have to be protected. So that is why Mr. Hunt, he was unconscious or he was drugged by both of them. Yes, by Mr. Brown and Mrs. Brown. Yes, they may be drugged him. Yes, so when he said about all this, yes, they were sitting there black as if they would have been turned to stone. Yes, now they are sitting like a statues. They are not moving at all because they were drugged. Carol and Mr. and Mrs. Brown. Yes, now Carol is asking about Mr. and Mrs. Brown. What are they doing over there? Yes, Mr. Hunt was became unconscious and he was drugged. But what are they doing there? Yes, he is asking about Mr. and Mrs. Brown. Pet, they were looking at them, and I don't know talking. Sorry. Yes, I don't know talking. Yes, when he was looking at the Mr. and Mrs. Brown, both of them were looking at Mr. Hunt only. Yes, they were not talking any word, just they were looking at them. And Carol, what were they saying? Yes, whether they're conversating each other or whether they're communicating or speaking few words, did you observe it? What were they speaking about? Yes, Pet, no idea. They weren't really talking. It sounded they were just sort of hissing and clicking at each other. Yes, so Mr. and Mrs. Brown, they were not talking any word at all, just they were hissing. That means a sign of words. Yes, while the physical gestures, and just they were using the physical gestures only, and they were clicking each other. And there were no conversation in between Mr. and Mrs. Brown. Just they were hissing. That means almost like a whispering. And Carol, sorry, Tracy, I want to get out of here. Wait, I am getting out right now. Yes, when they heard about all this happened, so now they were ready to go out. Yes, they are trying their level best to escape from these Mr. and Mrs. Brown. Okay, did you understand this sequence?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any other doubts regarding to
No,
this?
sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Yes. Do you have any question regarding to this one? At least, don't you have?
No, sir.
Okay, let's move. He goes to the back door and tries to open it. It is locked. There is no key. Don, let me try. No, it just won't open. Glenn, how about the window? Yes, actually, the Tracy and Wade, the both of them were worried when they heard this sequence, what was happened to Mr. Hunt, and when the Mr. and Mrs. Brown were not talking each other. And so when he heard about all these, just he was prepared by himself only to get out and get rid of this Mr. and Mrs. Brown. So now he goes to the back door. Yes, there was a back door also, the front door and back door. They had both of them. So where just he goes to the back door and tries to open it. Now he is trying to open that back door. Yes, so whether it will open or not, let's see. Yes, it is locked. There is no key. Yes, there was the door was locked, but the key was not available. So Don, let me try. No, it is just won't open. How about the window? Yes, they tried to open that lock, but they couldn't. Yes, when they tried, they failed, and now they are looking at the window. Yes, they have to see the possibilities. Then only they can escape from that that house. So that is why they were thinking about the possibilities. Yes, when they failed in opening that back door, now they started to look at the window. Yes, whether it is possible to unlock or not. So now looking at the window, now Wayne tries the window. Yes, why can't we try the window also? Yes, if it opens, then we can go out. When no chance, it won't move. Tracy, smash the glass. We have got to get out. Yes, if it is not open, then you have to smash it. Then we can go out. Yes, now, Carol, here, try Mr. Hunt's walking stick. Use that Wayne. Yes, so when Wayne tried to open that window, it was not open. Now, Carol is giving the Hunt's walking stick. Yes, with using that stick, then they can break that window. So that is why now he is handovering the walking stick of Hunt's to Wayne. Now, Wayne tries to break the glass with the stick. Now he is saying to Wayne that, yes, sorry, Wayne now he is trying himself to break that glass with using that stick. Wayne, it won't break. Yes, they tried to open it with using that stick also, but it was not opened. Yes, he hits the glass again. It just bounces off. Let me try. Yes, they tried hard, but they failed because that was too hard. So that is why they failed in opening that one. Yes, he takes the walking stick and uses it. So now Glenn is trying. So whether he could or not, it is no use. That glass is like steel. Yes, when he tried to open it, finally he came to know that this is like a steel. It is not like a glass now. Yes, so that was very hard. So they couldn't open it. Just they understood. And Pate, come on. We will see if there is a way out through the front. Yes, they tried to escape from the back door first. So when they failed to open it, now they are seeing the other possibilities. So now they are moving towards the front door. Yes, then what will happen? They begin to crowd towards the kitchen door when Mrs. Brown comes in with a tray of drinks. Yes, actually, Mrs. Brown, she told all of them that she would return back with tray of drinks, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, she said before. Now she is returning back with the juice. So now, Mrs. Brown, good heavens, that is all this now. What on earth have you children been doing? Yes, actually, when she looked at all of that, yes, they tried to open the glass and they opened that cupboard also, but was not quietly shut down. Yes, when she saw everything which was happened in that kitchen, yes, she was just astonished and she was shocked. So that is why she is saying that what have you been doing here? So ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅವಾಗಿಂದ ನೀವು ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ? Yes, Carol, we want to leave. Mrs. Brown, in this fog, how can you? Wait, what have you done to Mr. Hunt and the others? Done? Nothing. We have been having a cup of tea. Pate says you have drugged them. Nonsense. Where in the world did you get that idea? Yes, when Mrs. Brown entered to that kitchen, so now all of them started to question her. Yes, so what did they question her? Yes, now they were asking about Mr. Hunt. Yes, what have you done for Mr. Hunt? Yes, when they asked the question, so now she said that done nothing. We have been having a cup of tea. Yes, they were sipping the cup of tea only. They were having the cup of tea. Yes, except that we were not doing anything, and we have not done anything to your teacher. So when she said that, Pate says you have drugged them. Yes, Carol, he said to Mrs. Brown that yes, the truth of what was happened. Yes, Pate, he was assumed that yes, they may be drugged to Mr. Hunt. Yes, now Carol, he said the same thing. Yes, did you drug to Mr. Hunt? So now he's asking Mr. Brown, sorry, Mrs. Brown, nonsense. When in this world did you get all this idea? Yes, just she is pretending now. Yes, of course, as Pate assumed that really they drugged to Mr. Hunt. But now this Mrs. Brown is just pretending. Yes, as like they were done nothing to Mr. Hunt. Yes, she said that, yes, where did you get all these ideas? These are all just nonsense. Yes, she said, and she notices the cupboard left partly open. Yes, there they tried to open, sorry, they were looking at the cupboard and that was not quietly shut up. So that is why that was partly open. So now she was looking at that cupboard and now she said that I do wish you would have the courtesy not to interfere with this cupboard. Yes, so you might have courtesy with you. And I hope that you don't want to interfere with this cupboard. Yes, she is indirectly saying that you are the good people and I expect the same from you. You have to act according to the nature. Yes, you all of you are good, I believe, and you should have some courtesy over all these things. So yes, you are not supposed to open all these. Yes, when she asked that, now, Glenn, what is that stuff in there? Yes, he asked directly. Yes, what did you keep over there? What are the stuffs which are kept in that cupboard? So now tell me, Mrs. Brown, sorry. Yes, Mrs. Brown, what do you mean stuff? It is electronic equipment. It belongs to my husband. He is a scientist. It's part of his work. Yes, she knew that the students have searched everything. And for that, now she is saying that, yes, these are the stuffs or equipments which belongs to my husband. And because he is a scientist and he has to experiment a lot. So that is why he kept all this in the cupboard. Did you understand, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
What about others?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Understand,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Sir.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. She, okay, fine. Wait, and why is the back door locked? Yes, that's okay, fine. We believe that your husband is scientist and you are using all this equipment
Yes,
for
sir.
that scientific experiments. But why is that back door locked? Yes, why did you lock that back door? Yes, when he asked that, yes, it always locks when you close it. It is a burglar-proof lock. The windows are burglar-proof too. My husband doesn't want to run the risk of having any expensive equipment stolen. Yes, she has given the best answer as she could possible. Yes, there are the equipments which are kept over there. All of them are too expensive. So that is why they are the burglar proof. That means no burglar. Burglar means a thief. Okay. So he may enter and steal all these equipments. So that is why they are burglar-proof equipments. Sorry, lock. And a burglar couldn't enter into it, and they cannot steal anything at all. So that is why they are burglar-proof lock. Tracy, they have been trying to scare us, saying there was something strange about his house and about you. Yes, Tracy, now she is saying to Mrs. Brown that, yes, these students have been scaring us while saying all this nonsense, and she was just not agreed with the students. Whatever they said to, whatever they conversated each other, discussed each other, now Tracy is still not believed. So that is why she said openly to Mrs. Brown that, yes, all of them are scaring us. Yes, so when she said that, what would be the reaction of Mrs. Brown? Let's see. Mrs. Brown, how dare you? Often we have taken you in and looked after you, after I have gone through the trouble of getting these drinks for you. The least you can do is to sit quietly and drink them. Yes, actually, when they tried to complain to on these Mr. and Mrs. Brown, so now she is saying that actually we have given the shelter for you and now I'm offering you drink also, but all of you are doing some nonsense things here. So this is not quite good. So just you need to drink this drink and sit quietly. Yes, when she said that, Pete, I bet you are drugged. Sorry, I bet they are drugged, just like the tea you gave Mr. Hunt and the others. Yes, now Page, he opened directly to Miss Brown that I bet, yes, I have full confidence on that. So they are drugged. That means they are drugged by you, both of you. Yes, you have given the drugs for them. So that is why they both of them became unconscious and they were not moving at all. They were not talking at all. Yes, you drugged both of them, just like the tea you have gave Mr. Hunt and others. Yes, they drugged with using that cup of tea they have offered no when they entered to the house, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
At
Yes,
the
sir.
time, they mixed the drug or medicine into that tea. So now they became unconscious. Mrs. Brown, now just stop that kind of talk. Wait, I saw them. You have got them in the other room drugged. Yes, after you giving the tree, they lost their consciousness and now they became unconscious. And you have got them in the other room drugged. Yes, when they became unconscious, when they have got drugged, then only you shifted to that room. I saw them. Now just stop that kind of talk when she said that. So yeah, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ನೀವು. This is what nonsense when she said that. Yes, no, I'm exactly right. Mrs. Brown, you saw nothing of the sort. They are all chatting to Mr. Brown right now. Still she is pretending. Yes, she is saying that no, all of them are feeling comfortable over there and talking each other with Mr. Brown. They were not became unconscious. They were talking each other. When she said that, Karun, ask them to come in here then so we can see them. Yes, if they are talking each other, if they are still have that consciousness, so let them to come here. Just we would like to see them. Then that will be understood that they were not unconscious and they could see them, right? So that is why they're asking Mrs. Brown to see them once. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Mrs. Brown, certainly not. I'm not dragging them in here just because of a lot of children silly fantasies. Yes, these are all the silly fantasies. That means what you all of you are doing, this is nonsense. And they were talking each other and they were not drugged and they are certainly okay. So I don't want to call them because I don't want to interfere with them because you all of your children and your thinkings are not quite good, right? So this is what she's replied to Carol. Yes, Glenn. Well, let us to go in there and see them. Yes, if you're not letting them to come here, just we would like to go there and see them once. Yes, there are the two possibilities to see their faces once. Yes, let them to come here or let us to go there. That's all. And next, Mrs. Brown, no, you don't. I'm not going to be hardened about my children. Yes, whatever you say, I don't want to follow your orders because just still you are children and I don't want to disturb all of them. She said that. Yes, did you understand, dear students? I hope.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
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 Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir, we understand,
Understand,
sir.
sir. Mhm.
Ganesh Prasad, Ganesh Prasad, all of you unmute your videos. Ganesh Prasad, Arshita M,
Yes, sir.
read the lesson.
Carol, when she closed that cupboard door,
Here,
I
wait a minute. Yes, he opens the cupboard door. Right from there, you have to read.
sir,
The last paragraph, he opens the cupboard door.
where it is, sir?
In the
Sir,
page
I
number
will read
48 only.
black room.
Okay, sir. He opens the cupboard door. Behind it are Dale's digital readouts, colored lights, and a mass of other electronic equipment. Glenn, what on earth is all that doing there? Venny, is it some kind of computer, Carol? Those things are their figures of words. Glenn, some kind of foreign language. Tracy, look at all those lights. When
Okay, stop
it's
there. Stop there. Very good. Arsha HR. Arsha.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, continue. Pa. Arsha, what are you doing there?
Yes, sir.
ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯೋ? ಹರ್ಷ,
Yes, sir.
ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯೋ ನೀನು? Hey, Harsha,
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you to read the lesson. Can't you understand at once?
Sir, no.
Huh?
Sir, I can't see anything.
What were you doing before? I shared, no? Sit properly first. Sit properly. Who do you have the textbook?
Sir, I had, sir, Achilles, I will read.
What about others?
Sir, today I will take, sir.
I also have, sir.
I have sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir,
Yes,
also
having,
not yet, sir.
Yes, you should come to school and collect them.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Without
Sir, I
textbook.
will read, sir.
Okay, now who do you have textbook? Tell me one more time.
Sir, Achilles.
Sir Bhavani.
Sir,
Sir,
Kushbu.
Kavana.
Sir, Praful.
Okay. Akhilesh,
Yes, sir.
continue, be first.
Van. It's real space, it's of Glenn. What could it be for? Wayne, spying. Glenn, you think so? Carol, close the door, someone's coming. They close the
Okay,
door,
stop
but
there.
it doesn't
Stop
quite
there.
shut. Pet comes back in.
Stop there. Kavana?
Yes, sir.
Yes, actually you read the lesson yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yashoda T,
Yes, sir.
continue.
Peter, I think we need help. Gladden, what did Mr. Hunt say? Peter, nothing he could not. Wayne, could not. Peter, I went quietly. I was a bit scared. The door of the other room was partly opened. I saw a Mr. Hunt fasting, sitting there, no, not moving, starting at the nothing. Jen, you means he was thinking about something he was tried. Peter, no, I do not have was what is that, sir?
Pronounce it. Spell out.
Drugged.
What is that?
Drugged.
Yes.
Miss Swami and Mr. John are the same. I crept a bit close, then I could see them too. They were sitting there blank as it was being turned to stone. Claude and Mrs. and Mr. Bronze. Peter, they were looking at them and I do not know. नंतर काय देणं?
Okay, stop there, Yashoda. Okay, it's time to end the class. Dear students, I
Yes,
hope
sir.
you understood. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, okay? But you
Bye,
have to
sir.
read. Yes, okay, fine. Thank you, all,
Bye,
and
sir.
see
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Sir, bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
BS
1
class
minute.
ಮುಗೀತಾ ನಿಂಗೆ?
Thank you, sir.
Plus you.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
1 minute, hold on.
Yay!
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, thank you and see you tomorrow.